Provisor is designed to help the oral health professional deliver the best care possible to their patients. But what do the patients think about this technology? To get answers to this question, a study was conducted in 2010 to better understand consumer reactions to being assessed with Provisor and receiving an individualized health report containing risk and severity scores. The methodology used was straightforward. Patients were assessed in over 30 offices. The scores and recommendations on the report were explained to the patient, and patients were offered $40 to complete an initial interview, then a follow-up interview 5 weeks later. 150 patients took part in the initial interview, and 132 participated in the follow-up interview. One of the questions asked was whether the patients liked the reports they received. 61% liked the reports extremely or very well, and 99% of patients liked the reports somewhat to extremely well. It's clear from this result that offering the Provisor report to patients will be a welcome addition to the excellent level of service you already provide. When asked what they liked about their individualized Provisor report, 70% of respondents indicated that they appreciated how the reports provided them with an understandable indication of their oral health, while 42% responded that they appreciated how the reports helped provide guidance on how to improve their health. Almost as important as whether the patients liked the reports is the question of whether the reports were useful to them. This addresses whether the patient will place value on their Provisor results, with an expectation that if the report is viewed as being useful, the patient is more likely to follow the recommendations you make to help them improve those results. 83% of patients thought the reports were extremely or very useful, while 98% of patients thought they were somewhat to extremely useful. One of the major benefits of using Provisor is its ability to improve the quality of communication to the patient that explains what the patient's oral health status is. Patients really can't be expected to be compliant with your treatment recommendations if they don't understand their needs. Once patients received their Provisor report, awareness of their oral health nearly doubled, suggesting that compliance should be significantly enhanced among patients who are Provisor assessed. Not only was awareness of their oral health significantly increased, but the patient's interest in their health also changed dramatically, increasing from 68% to 86% of respondents. It's reasonable to assume that an increase in patients' interest in their oral health will translate to a greater willingness to accept appropriate therapy that will improve that health. Finally, the indications in the initial survey that Provisor-assessed patients would be more compliant and more likely to accept therapeutic interventions was probed with questions asked during the follow-up survey on what the patient actually did in response to receiving report recommendations. Remarkably, 99% of patients stated that they had followed some or all of the report recommendations, a powerful indication that when patients receive information that is clear, simple to understand, and individualized to their specific needs, they are much more likely to be compliant with your clinical recommendations.